About assuming versus people who refuse to tell the truth. The Bible warns against making assumptions without evidence. Proverbs 18:13. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. This cautions against drawing conclusions too quickly. At the same time, Scripture also teaches that persistent dishonesty creates confusion and mistrust. Ephesians 4:25. Therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body. This verse shows why truth matters. When people refuse to speak honestly, relationships are damaged and trust erodes. While each person remains responsible for guarding against unjust assumptions, those who continually conceal the truth or deceive others also bear responsibility for the confusion and harm their falsehoods causes. Scripture calls everyone to truthfulness rather than secrecy or deception. Your statement becomes especially strong when it distinguishes between God's sovereign work and human sin. You can confirm both of these biblical truths at the same time. God is faithful and can use even painful circumstances for good. And human deception, manipulation, and dishonesty are still wrong and are never endorsed by God. That balance reflects much of the Bible's teaching. It acknowledges the reality of evil without attributing evil itself to God's character, while expressing confidence that God's purposes are not defeated by the choices of others. With that said, I had personally gone through a lot in the month of December and sometimes after. There were times where it felt obvious that people were following me. I had actual proof that I was force logged out of a book site when I had just used the password to get in. If you stack on the many things that I mentioned throughout my YouTube series, and which I can tell you in a book I'm writing eventually, you can't help but wonder that there's some version of a lie within everything that's going on with me. And so with that purposes, it's hard for me to sit here sometimes and be like, there was nothing going on when there definitely was something going on, and no version of that has been told. And because of this, it has to make you wonder, who is at fault? And why aren't they doing anything to properly support me by getting the truth out there? Fear, manipulation, deception, who knows? But I know this. My circumstances are sometimes reflected by their choices, and that's why I have to lean on God.